What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I thought I'd make a quick video here today to give channel members a quick update of some of the things I've been doing here. Today I tilled this main garden area in. I do this every fall after I plant and everything is harvested. Then I will clean it up and then I will till the soil again to let it set during the winter. I will go out and get some straw and add to this, but first I'm going to add some more compost to this, and then I'm going to add a thick layer of straw on top of the whole bed here. This is about 75 by 35 foot wide, and I will add more compost in here, and then I will till that in with a garden tiller. And once I get that added and tilled in, I will add some straw on top of this, and then I will get some strips from the sawmill up here where they strip the lumber and lay on top of the hay or the straw. That way it won't blow away during the winter time, because it's windy here some of the summer, but the winter time it's more windy. And if you just lay the hay down on top of this, it'll just, one good windstorm will blow it all away, and you don't want that. So you have to take and lay some stripping or something on top of it to keep it held down, keep it from blowing away. And then as it sets through the winter time in the snow and the rain, that compost I put in here will work its way into the soil even better, and will break down even better, and the hay or the straw will start to decompose and will add more organic matter to the soil. And then during the springtime, I will, what has it decomposed, I will take the strips off, and then I will take that hay back that's left, or the straw, sorry guys, hay and straw are the same thing pretty much, but anyway, I will take that off, what has it decomposed during the winter time, and then add that to the compost pile, and then I will till the ground in again during the spring to get it ready for planting. So that's what I do every year, and I've been here, just homestead here for just about going on 5 years now. I think next year will be 5 years I've been here at this one. So every year this garden area is beginning to get better. It's starting to grow better, starting to do better. It takes time to build these things up, especially when you move to a new area and start over again. So every year I add more organic matter to this, and every year it produces more. I like to have a larger garden area, but like I said, this is about 35 by 75 foot long, and I also have, as I've showed you before in other videos, the raised beds up here. I put more of those in too. This main garden area here is my main area that I grow sweet corn, pole beans, and squash. I will plant the sweet corn first, and then when that gets about 6 inches tall, I will plant the pole beans. And when that sprouts up and starts growing, when that sprouts up, the corn will be about a foot and a half tall when by the time the pole beans sprout, and then they will start growing up the stalks of the corn as the corn grows. So it works in together to that way I don't have to build no trellis or anything for the pole beans to grow up, because they will use the corn to grow up around the corn stalks. So it all works together in harmony. And then on the outside of that, over here on the outside and on the outside, I will plant all the way around squash, and that way you have corn, beans, and squash. It's sort of like the Three Sisters gardening method, in it that everything works in together. The corn helps support the pole beans, and actually the pole beans help support the corn, keep the wind from, corn is bad to have during the wind to blow over and things. If you have the pole beans growing up to help hold that down, they all working together to hold each other up. And then you have the squash, which grows outwards, and it keeps keeps the sun from drying the soil out as bad. So it all works together in perfect harmony. It's a pretty good system. That's my main things that I plant here is corn, sweet corn, pole beans, and squash in this area here. And then the raised beds, I plant tomatoes, peppers, onions, and things like that in the raised beds. Well, here typically every year. I planted one year a few different things in here, but after that I decided to just make this the place where I plant corn, beans, and squash. And another thing I've done is I've actually painted the chicken coop. As you can see, it's green. I need to add another layer to this because you can see around that door where it has the white, where it didn't cover as well as it should. But you can see it looks a whole lot better than what it did. I will try to find a picture of this coop before I painted it and throw it up here to show you all right now. You can see it looks a whole lot better. Those two Brahma roosters, they're looking really, really good. They're large, and they still have some growing to do actually. You can see the difference in those Brahmas and the other hens that's in there, and the hens that's in there. I have one Brahma hen. I actually had two Brahma hens and two Brahma roosters. And I came down here a couple of days ago and found one of the hens had passed away. I don't know what happened to her. She actually wasn't all the way deceased. I found her laying in the coop here, and she was still had her head up and still alive, but she couldn't walk, and actually it was like rigor mortis had already set in and she was still alive, which is kind of strange actually. But you can see the Brahmas are really, really beautiful. They're not the best choice as far as for the homestead goes, because they lay good size eggs and stuff, and they're good for meat, but they're not really the absolute best choice. The best choice would probably be something like a brown leghorn or something like that, or a Rhode Island Red for most preppers. I also added this solar security light down here, and that kind of lights this area up around the chicken coop here without taking any extra electricity or anything like that, because like I said, it is solar. And I simply added a metal T-post in the ground. You can't see the T-post because the pipe is over top of the T-post to hold the pipe up, the conduit pipe, of which I put the light on. I actually got that light at Walmart a couple of years ago, and it's still working fine, same batteries. It's been an excellent light, especially considering it came from Walmart. I think it's like about $35. They probably got the same light on Amazon and at other places, but it's been a good light, and it's actually adjustable. You can adjust it to come farther down, like at an angle like so, or straight up like I have it here, to shine out more light. But it puts out, not a whole big bunch of light down here, but it makes it where I can see from the house up here behind me. I can see down here, see what's going on if I hear something down here. But guys, I've also been working on cleaning some of this property up. When I first bought this property, everything down here was just grown up. It was just like it was like that over there. All this was, and I've managed to clean all this up down here and put the chicken coop in, the garden area up here, and my storage building up there. I have dwarf apple trees all the way around that building up there, and I have that building with solar inside that building, so I can charge up my tools and batteries and things in there in that building. I have some more solar panels I need to get put up to put inside the house there, but my main solar right now is inside that building. I've cleaned some of this property up. Like I said, it all looked like this over here when I first moved down here. As you can see, I've done a lot of work here to get this cleaned and to get this property more usable. I have the whole thing fenced, as you can see, like that, with 5 strings of barbed wire. It's all around the property like that, and you can see they've recently paved the road here. It was a whole lot rougher than that. They've paved it, and that has some good points and some bad points. Now, as people drive, seem like even faster down this road than they did before. But this is all my property too, down through here, all the way down to up that curve right there, up that hill, up there, up the road, up about halfway there. Then my property crosses the road and goes across the road on the other side of the road over there, actually. But I've done a lot of work here, as you can see, cleaning this property up, and so it's coming along quite nicely. I would like to put a bigger barn up here when I get some extra money to do that, and because that would be good. I would like to have this down here all fenced, because it's a lot to actually mow, and it takes a lot of time to mow this yard, especially considering that a lot of it, as you can see, is hillside. And I would like to have this all down here fenced with a good decent size barn built down here, and get some goats to put in here. I've been going to do that, but fencing takes a lot of money to do it. You can do it yourself, but you actually need two people, at least two people, to put a fence in, and just the metal fence posts are expensive. Each post, the last time I checked, each metal fence post like that was close $4, and that's been a couple of years ago I checked, so I'm sure they're more expensive than that now. You can see this hill I have to mow, and it is pretty steep actually, and it takes a lot of time to mow. Like I said, I like to have all this fenced and put some goats in here, and I plan on doing that if finances allow here in a few months, or at least by next spring anyways. Having a gate up to your property that you can shut and lock is also a good idea. That way, if you're gone or you're just home and don't want nobody to be coming up and bothering you, then you can shut the gate and lock that up, keep anyone out. So I like having a gate up at all my properties where I've lived at. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching. I'll post this on in the community tab. That's where you'll find all of the members only videos, is in the community tab, and you should get a notification as soon as I post this video in the community tab. That way you can go to that and watch that. You have to be a member to watch the videos and see some updates and some photos that I post in that community section. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'm the Creekmore. I'll see you in the next video, guys.